영원히 함께라고. 그래 그럴까 나직한 고백. 그 목소리에 내 맘이 떠올라요. Would you come be my lover? 포근하게 안아줄래요? 안아달라 그 한마디에 따스한 온기 전해줘. 그대였나 봐. 내 사랑 되어줄 사람. 그대였나 돼요. 그대가 바라던 참사랑. 그대 그렇게 바라볼 때면 불안해하던 마음이 편해져요. 나의 귓가에 속삭여주던 사랑 노래가 마음을 대신하죠. 한다고 말할게. 너만을 바라본다고. 그대였나 감사해. 그대가 내게 와줘서. My love.
Look ahead, the sea is calm, and I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting clearer, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. Ooh. We are dreamers of the shore when we can't read the sky. We just sail with the wind that we've got, and when we're drowning in doubt, just keep on believing. We are dreamers of the
coming. You might have thought it, but you couldn't change it. Hey, it's no right or wrong. It's about trying, find the silver lining. Rain and fire, highs and lows, you name it. Cold and warm, laughs and cries, you have it. The world goes by, and by the time it does, you miss it. You didn't see it, flew by. 'Cause time's not waiting for me or you. You will miss it if you don't catch it in time. In time. Say yes, rather than no. Don't let your fears lead. Light is at your feet. Yes, regret is worse than failing. Keep the loved ones close, close enough. Rain and fire, highs and lows, you name it. Cold and warm, laughs and cries, you have it. The world goes by. Keep the loved ones close, close enough. Rain and fire, highs and lows, you name it. Cold and warm, laughs and cries, you have it. The world goes by, and by the time it does, you missed it. You didn't see it, flew by. 'Cause time's not waiting for you. You will miss it if you don't catch it in time. In time. In time.
Maybe I'm not the one that you've been dreaming of. Dirt underneath my fingernails and worn out shoes. I never thought that our fault was someone like you. And I'm without a single care. you fall for. When the world is asleep, the weekend be the secret life that we share with the stars and the moonlight. You can't control who you fall for.
One, two, three.
I know that I'm well away from being a perfect guy. I can't have a bad temper, make a big fuss and cry. And I know that lately it's been hard, we had a bumpy ride. But if you give me one more chance, I make it effortless. So if
オリーブも効いてるね。
to come back home, I will
オリーブとネギの取り合わせが面白い。
We're gonna go and skate on frozen lakes, spend the morning baking cakes with the glowing of our love. Love has given us wings, and we're supposed to go high. But life got in the way, and we forgot to fly. And now I think that we're ready to finally leave the nest. We'll take a little leap of faith, and I will do the rest. So if you want, I will be cooking Sunday breakfast. Awake long, we gonna go and skate on frozen lakes, spend the morning baking cakes with the glowing.